Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gashi's Kaman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. And in this video, I want us to discuss Raila's Thursday big announcement. On Thursday, Raila Amolo Odinga is expected to make a major announcement. This announcement is earth-shaking. This announcement, according to Raila Amolo Odinga, is going to change the trajectory of this country. This announcement is leaving many people with many questions, including the government. The government is not sleeping, asking what is Raila Amolo Odinga up to. Even the Azimio supporters are not sleeping. They are also asking hard questions. What is Raila likely to do? And when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga again, you realize that yesterday he announced a series of rallies in KENYANS, Masailad, the coast. And this one is happening between Friday and Monday. And when I saw this, I started asking myself many questions. What is Raila Amolo Odinga's game plan? Because here, it is a bit confusing. The 14 days ultimatum are expiring on Wednesday, and he's going to make a major announcement on Thursday, kumaanisha kwamba ile mikutano sijui inamaanisha nini pale wakati ambapo tunaona akipaga wakati siku za makataa zimekwisha fika. So if you are joining this channel for the first time, kindly remember to like this video at this juncture, and maybe you can comment. So I want us to look at this major announcement, the likely scenario, because one thing that we can describe as major is secession. I don't think there is anything that is earth-shaking than secession. I don't think there is any another announcement ambayo inaweza kubadilisha nchi hii ili kujitega kwa wana Azimio kutokana na wana UDA. And this one is a possibility. Let me tell you, because when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, he has the support of many people. He has the support of many Kenyans. And when you look at the country is hopelessly divided. There's the blue state and the yellow state, in which case the blue state is the majority. So Raila Amolo Odinga is live to the fact that if he announces this, it is something that the blue state is going to accept without asking many questions. The other major announcement that he can make is a 1 million march to State House. And this debate has been on the street. This debate has been on the media. This debate has been even in meetings of Azimio. And the people were only asking him to give orders. And people would march to State House to present the petition to the president about the high cost of living, taxation, and many other things as were outlined by Raila Amolo Odinga. So this is another possibility, and it is major in my view, if you ask me. And I believe Raila Amolo Odinga has the capability. And when you look at his supporters, they have been very much ready. In fact, majority of these people can even die in order to achieve this objective. The other thing that he can do is he can mobilize the country to reject the products associated with British and the American. United Kingdom and America have been accused of interfering with the elections of this country. And before, Raila Amolo Odinga knew what was happening, and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Wafula Chebukati, had made up his mind to declare William Samoei Ruto the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. So, and if this happens, I believe the two countries are likely to maybe intervene, and they are likely to maybe approach Raila Amolo Odinga through their diplomatic circles. The other thing that he can do, he can call for strikes. Can ask the matatu industry to go on strike. He can also ask the civil servant to go on strike. We know very well that the civil servants are supposed to be loyal to the government of the day, and they're supposed to be neutral. But neutrality is something that cannot be achieved in this country. Nobody. It's like nobody is neutral as far as politics is concerned. And even the civil servants have their preference. Hata wao wana yule ambaye walimpigia kura, wako na yule ambaye wangempendelea, wana maoni yao, wana msimamo wao. And these strikes, I believe, can be very, very effective. I believe Raila Amolo Odinga, I think the only place maybe that he would ask people maybe to continue giving people services, maybe is in essential services like in hospitals. But I believe this is something that he is thinking about. The other major announcement that Raila Amolo Odinga can make is to tell the Azimio supporters to stop paying taxes. Indeed, there has been this issue of Kenya, Enterprise Kenya, being referred to as a limited company, where the voters have shares, and the people with preferential shares are the Kikuyus and the Kalenjin. And this is something that has not been going well with the majority of Kenyans. So if they are told not to pay taxes, I believe it's something that Raila Amolo Odinga is capable of achieving. The other thing that he can maybe tell the people is to continue with mass action. So we are likely to have continued mass actions in county headquarters everywhere. And when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, he has been mobilizing his supporters. He has been mobilizing the branch leaders, including the Muslim community. Remember on Thursday, he met the Muslim community. And there was an agreement that the Muslim community are in support of this mass action. And he requested them to be on the street for mass action on Thursday. So kile ambacho tunaweza tukasema ni kwamba ni kweli kwamba msimamo huu wa Raila Amolo Odinga unafuatwa na watu wengi. Watu wengi wanakubaliana naye that the economy is hurting, kwamba mambo ni magumu, maisha ni magumu. Kwa hivyo it is something that people can easily identify with. The other thing that he can do is to maybe start agitating for constitutional changes, constitutional amendments, can call for referendum. But this one is not earth-shaking, because what we know is that, yes, it can change the trajectory of this country. Maybe he can propose we go parliamentary and forget about the presidential system of government, because this we can do the way the United Kingdom operates. Because what we have is that we have borrowed heavily from the American system of government. Kwa hivyo anaweza akaitisha kubadilishwa kwa katiba kutokana na yale mambo ambayo yamekuwa yakiendelea. The other thing that Raila Amolo Odinga can do is that he can ask people to block maybe major highways, major buildings, maybe like they used to do. Maybe at times they would tell people to go on the roads. They would sleep on the road. And you remember the way William Samuel Ruto would ridicule Akina Kalonzo. And this one used to happen in 2017. So what we have is that Raila has so many options that he can do. And if he tells people to maybe even block the roads, I believe many people would go for this. Again, he can call out the matatu industry to go on strike. And the matatu industry is one sector that is very, very important. It's one sector that helps the economy to operate. So if he tells the matatu industry to go on strike, I believe majority of these people are going to agree with him. So what I believe is that whatever Raila has is something that is going to affect William Samuel Ruto's government. And whatever he has is something that will make this country ungovernable. Whatever he has is something that I believe has the support of the masses. Because, again, when you listen to him, he also said that it is a way of returning power to the people. It is a way of people reclaiming back their power. What does that mean? If you ask me, I will tell you that this is a statement with a deeper meaning. Reclaiming back the power is something that has a deeper meaning, and the meaning is not the surface meaning that you can read. So here, only Raila Amolo Odinga can explain to the Kenyans what he means by this. I don't know what you think about these two statements. Changing the trajectory of this country forever and reclaiming people's power. I don't know what you mean, you understand by this, because it is something that can be interpreted to mean different things. It is something that can be interpreted kumaanisha mambo tofauti tofauti kulingana na yeyote ambaye anahusika pale. And I believe that these mass actions are going to be very, very successful. And if I were William Samoei Ruto, I would not take this thing lightly. If I were him, I would look for a way and maybe bring this country together, like the way Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta did. Because if Raila Amolo Odinga calls for secession for this country, what will happen to this country? If he tells people to demonstrate to State House, what do you think will happen to this country? If he tells people, if he does any of those things that I have outlined, because he's going to do one of those things that I've outlined. Now, ukiangalia Raila Amolo Odinga, he's not blinking. When you look at William Samoei Ruto, he's also not blinking. And kile ambacho tunaweza tukasema ni kwamba wakati fahali wawili wanapigana, ziumiazo ni nyasi. This is Rallies TV, the Tourist Man Black Africa. May you have a blessed and a peaceful week ahead. Till next time, bye-bye.